Measuring your
Good
pH
looking.
as accurate as possible, your ppm or your EC as accurate as possible, and a 5-year warranty makes the Blue Lab Combo Meter the number one meter in your face.
Good looking out, yo.
That's
Damn,
what
Paul,
you
you just got hooked the fuck up.
Appreciate that.
All right, doggy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You too, player.
Hey,
All right, Big
so-
Jack is back. Big Jack is back.
Yeah, I'm back.
What, you pass out on the heroin?
Nah,
that
I
marijuana?
was, just distracted. My bad.
All right, well, what's her name?
Oh, yeah.
What's her name that
it's not-
distracted you?
It's just something else. But,
What else? What was distracting? What took you away from us, Jack?
I think it was the woman.
Yeah, what was going
no,
on?
I was doing a little bit of garden work at the same time, and I had to put the phone down.
Your dab skillet was
Time I
hot,
heard-
and you
time
had
I
to hit
heard,
it?
like, you guys talking, it was too late.
You're out there gardening, huh? Your bush looks
Yeah.
good? Your bushes
Garden
look
in one
good?
hand, phone in the other.
All right, man. Well, what's growing on? Let's answer your question.
Well, I had a question. See, I got like a smart pot. I got a plant that's it's getting root bound. It looks like, but it's about week 1 of flower, and it's in a 20-gallon smart pot. And I was wondering if it'd be a good idea to like transfer it now, or if potentially what I could do is just like maybe stick the whole thing in a bigger smart pot, pot and all, and if that would work out.
How big is the plant?
20 foot.
It's like probably, I don't know, 5 foot tall right now, and like.
Do you think
Oh,
you
yeah.
do you think you can handle it?
It's just about as wide as it is tall.
Do you think you can handle a transplant without breaking the plant or the root zone?
I think so. I think I will.
It's
I don't
always
know.
better
That's
to
actually a good
transplant it
question.
than
I mean,
put that whole pot in. You can.
Well, if I put the whole thing in there with the pot, no problem, absolutely. But if I try to take the smart pot off, that's what I'm wondering if I'm gonna, break some roots, or I'm also gonna have to cut the smart pot. I'm thinking.
Yeah, I prefer to remove the smart pot.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry
But you
about
can
a smart
plant the
pot.
entire thing. You're right in thinking right now. If it's that big, I assume you're outdoor, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it before everything starts flowering. That way, if you break anything, you have plenty of time to regenerate right now. Okay,
Yeah,
so
well, that's the thing. I'm like day 8 actually. That's
are you getting
you know?
are you getting little cottontails on there already?
Yeah, exactly. Just starting, and I'm gonna start depping it now too. So.
What do you think, Horty?
I think you should transplant it because you're early enough into bloom that you
Remove the pot, yeah?
It's drying out quicker than everything else.
Now, well, here's
So,
the thing too, though. If you go to remove the pot and you notice that it's starting to crumble away, and you're like, you know what? Like even if you just cut the pot down the side, set it in a hole where you're gonna into the plant, you're gonna into the bigger container you're gonna transplant into. Dig out a hole that it fits into, set it in there, cut it, and start to peel it away. When you start to peel it away, you realize that there's plenty of soil and the soil's actually crumbling away from the root zone, you may want to just go ahead and transplant the fabric pot. It's still going to grow through that pot, and you're just going to maintain the integrity of that root ball.
Yeah.
Now, if you start peeling it off and it's solid root and it's pretty fucking thick and you're not seeing a lot of soil fall off of the root zone, then you can probably keep peeling it down and kind of slide it out from underneath the plant and then just backfill around it.
And with a plant that big, you literally peel the pot down just like Horty said. Don't turn it horizontal because the weight on either end could crack the main stalk. Don't try to do it upside down as we do with transplanting smaller pots out of plastic or smaller plants out of plastic pots. Peel that bitch down on the sides. And with that smart pot, if you think it's root bound, there's roots all throughout it.
Yeah, they'll be, as you're ripping it away, it'll be like Velcro.
Now, if you do that and your diagnosis of being root bound isn't founded because it's not root bound, it's not holding all together with the root zone, you need to look at other aspects that could be causing whatever you're seeing that makes you think it's root bound. Okay, so I assume that you have some lethargic growth, a slight yellowing, maybe the new growth doesn't look as healthy. Those are the elements of being root bound that I usually will notice immediately.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if I'm necessarily root bound just yet. It's just I am noticing it drying up a lot faster than the other ones, and I'm thinking at this rate, it's going to be, need water maybe even twice a day on hot days.
And that sucks.
Yeah, and so I'm just like, shit. So it's like, I think it would finish fine if I just left it, but at the same time, it just seems like it'll be a bitch if I don't. transfer it. So.
Well,
Yeah, and I
then
suggest
transfer it.
that you
Now
do
is the time. Don't
so.
second guess yourself. Get in there now. So if there is any damage, that it's not taken away from the main development weeks of 3, 4, and 5 in light depth. Okay, and then start light depping it right away so you can have the same growing cycle as you would with the indoor grow. You know, being light depth isn't something that you just want to do now and then or halfway through a grow. If that's the way you're going to grow, you stick to a regimen and you fulfill that regimen by, accommodating the plant with whatever environment that you want it to grow in. So the light depth being one, you want it to be in a bloom now. It should be a rigid 12-12 cycle to get the most out of your plant.
Yep, absolutely. Right on.
All right, I'm glad you
And,
agree.
another question. I don't know if you guys is it cool if I ask another one?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you're already on it now.
Right on, for sure. I was just wondering, like, I've been brewing my own compost tea, and I've been
It smells like
experimenting
compost
a
tea
little
in
bit. I was
here.
doing just compost and, like, just basically compost in a scoop, into, like, a tea bag, basically, and bubble that for, like, 24 hours, mix a little molasses in. And it's been working really great, but I started experimenting with, like, earthworm castings and stuff, and adding, like, dry fertilizers, too, like guano and stuff like that. And I was just wondering, is that, like, is it like, what are maybe the differences between using those things, or is it just is it going to extract the nutrient properties out of it, or nutrient values?
Well, it's going to
out of
make it more
Or is
bacteria
it just gonna
dominated.
do the
When
microbial
you,
life kind of thing?
yeah, it's going to change the microbial life from probably being fungal dominated to being bacteria dominated. When you start adding the animal waste, you're going to have more bacteria in it. Using those dry fertilizers like guanos, you will get the bacteria, but you'll also get a more immediate effect rather than letting it decompose on top of as a top dressing or as an amendment in your soil. You won't get the full effect of what the potential of that guano is. But if you want in your soil, if you want something to happen a little bit quicker to make it completely active and brew it in a compost tea, that will work for you. Just be careful not to overdo it. Don't think more is better. Even though you're in an organic grow, it's not necessarily completely fail-safe, infallible. You can overdo it. So make sure that you are, prejudiced against how much that you use, and go from what your observation is on how the plants are reacting. And if they're reacting positively and you want to add more, you can incrementally increase what you're doing instead of just going full bore of whatever you're thinking right off Jump Street.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I was just kind of thinking, like, I was reading, some places saying they suggest to use compost tea, once every couple months or something like that. Like, I've been using it, maybe once every 10 days or so, and I'm seeing great results. But I was wondering, like, I guess basically you did answer my question. You can't overdo it. I mean, is it like the microbial life? How long? Do you know how long they can live, really, like in the soil or on the plant or whatever?
In organics, they can live through the entire plant process and live in a symbiotic relationship with the root zone. If you start adding heavy salts, they dehydrate and die. That's the thing, is most of the things that kill microbial life are the growers and the things that we use. So it's up to us to re-inoculate to know what we're adding to it. If you're adding more bacteria, it's going to kill most of the fungi. It's going to be so aggressive that it's going to eat most of those living organisms.
So
They're not going to
kind of like combating each other.
exactly. And then then if you're using salts, where you're using synthetics or trying to boost at a certain point, it's just like pouring salt on a snail. It dehydrates and boils. Or if you're out in the sun at the beach in the ocean, you start dehydrating, right? Any living organism is going to start dehydrating from too much salt. So the microbial life, when you're adding salt, dehydrates and dies off. So you have to re-inoculate.
So, like, basically it's kind of one or the other when it comes down to, like, soil or something like that.
No, it's not one or the other. You just have to be aware. If you want to get the most out of the microbial life, you have to re-inoculate.
Okay, I gotcha. So, just kind of, I gotcha. The balance, basically.
Sweet.
Yeah, but using the molasses is good food for it. Using humics or fulvics are good food for the microbial life.
The humics and fulvics,
Yeah.
I'm using that sea green as well. I'm using a little bit of sea green and molasses.
Okay, cool, dog. Cool. So let's hook you up a little bit. I'm going to send you the molasses base, complete line of Mission Fertilizer, the Grow, Bloom, and Booze. All organic, no pH adjusting needed. You can actually activate it through a compost as well. Missionfertilizer.com. Check it out. I'm also going to send you some of those smart pots to go along with that. I'll go into your local grow store. Jack, where do you shop?
Long Beach Hydro.
Long Beach Hydro, all that stuff going there, Jack. I really appreciate you calling in, dude.
Of course.
Talk to my screener. All right, 562-653-0707. You remember our man, Anthony Rodriguez? He won the Blazing Glory for Dorfin.
Yeah.
Homeboy got sick. Was all in the hospital.
No way.
Couldn't make it. And
What a bummer.
yeah, that was a killer's concert, I heard, too.
I bet.
Anyways, he does have a grow question that I want to read to you, and I want you specifically to help him, Horty, because you got to take time away from your texting.
Listen up. I'm not texting. I was replying to you when you texted me earlier.
I don't text you.
While my phone was on the
Okay,
charger.
listen. What's better? Rotating crops of vegging clones to outdoor at about 18 to 24 inches tall, using a large veg staging room beginning in July, and settling them out through September at 2-week intervals, better than trying to grow a set amount of large plants that get exposed to the elements all season long. Aside from plant counts, is there a drawback or do the benefits outweigh the risk? Is the product better in the end? I feel it is. What's your take? Pass or grow swag? Thanks. Just throwing a question out there. Okay, it's kind of obviously he's on some good meds. Obviously,
Very
good job,
good.
Anthony. Send some to P.O. Box, your mom.
That's right.
So outdoor, growing them inside and then putting them out in July through September better than just growing them outside.
I think
What?
that, well, maybe not as late as July. Maybe put them out a little bit, like, like
End of June.
Yeah, the end of June maybe. But I think that if you can grow the plant larger indoors where it's protected from bugs and potential predators and things that can fuck the plant up, then putting it outside, as long as you can properly, introduce it, harden it off, get it out there, sure. But then you're talking about, he said something about, and then every 2 weeks adding more plants. Well, at that point, you're going to get to where your plants aren't finishing in time
Right.
at the end of the season. So I would say that, like the guys up north, they'll veg all winter inside. And then as soon as they can put plants outside, they've already got a 5 or 6 foot tall plant. They move it outside and they end up with those 14, 18 foot high, humongous plants. And so I think that there's definitely something to that. Why risk all the inherent things that can happen in Mother Nature that could fuck your plants up if you can keep them safe indoors? I would say that it's probably better, and then you can train the plants indoors. You can get them to where their maximum health is, and when you move them outside, they're going to be a stronger plant and less susceptible to attacks from pests and molds and mildews.
I agree in getting the size of the plant. It's more controlled. You can prune it and control it more than growing under the sun. Once you put them under the sun, they basically become uncontrollable.
Right.
You're going to be pruning and training on a daily basis, much more than you would on an indoor vegetative grow on a daily basis. So much more control, but you want to put them all out at once.
Right.
You don't want to stagger it in the outdoor season. You want to put it out close to June 21st, June 22nd at the most. They're going to start flowering. You might get a few more feet of growth, but they're not going to be the big trees that you would if they started outdoors.
Right.
If you wanted to do the big trees outdoors, you have to put them out earlier. You have to get them outside right now or even earlier. By May 1st is usually the deadline.
Right. You put them out May 1st, and if you want them to be big, veg them inside from January or February, for a few months and get them nice and big, a couple, 3, 4, 5 feet tall. Again, indoors, though, you're going to notice that lower branches will start to not get enough light and they'll start to die off. So you may need to do some underlighting indoors to keep the plants healthy all the way to the bottom, because when you move them outside, even down low, closer to the bottom of the plant, you're still going to get good flower development because the intensity of the sun is equal at all distances.
One thing that you don't ever want to do is go, especially if your indoor area is going to be used for flowering during the winter, is taking those plants from indoor to outdoor, bringing them back in, cross-contaminating it, bringing
Right.
in all the funk from the outside that we're trying to keep out by growing indoors, and just making a big clusterfuck of it. You're going to fuck yourself for several different grows down the road and spend a lot more on sterilization and preventative maintenance than you should. Prevention with cleanliness is the easiest way and the least costly way to keep your grow room clean. So don't move them in, then out, then in, then out. Once you go out, you're outside. Stay outside with those moths, with your your snarf, or whatever. You know? So that's what it is. Anyways, it's Heavy T's Grow Show. It's time for the grand prize question. It was a great show, of course. We had Helene from our favorite fabric pot company. We had plenty of callers. We had plenty of fun times. We had Cali Breeze in zombie mode over there. We had St. Diesel. Did I say something racist last show? Because both these guys give me the cold shoulder like a mug.
I don't know.
Shit, dog. I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know.
what's the grand prize question, Horty Chris?
The grand prize question was going to be who's our guest tonight, but you just killed that one. So,
Why not? I just gave the answer. Just make it easy.
name one of Dr. Duff's hashtags
Oh, there it
from
is.
The World According to Duff, or specifically, what was the thing, the Facebook fucktard thing that irritated me? So, what is it that someone does that's irritating to people when they friend you and then they do this?
Or just call us in or call in and tell us your favorite part of the show.
Right, yeah, because we just really want to get out of here tonight.
Okay, we do have a truncheon meter and a pH pen. We have a light bulb from our friends at Grow Light. We have a Granddaddy pad, some optic foliar overgrowth, some Turpinator, and some Rhizoblast. Everything valued at about $500. 562-653-0707. Dolor means hurt, right? Just like puta means Duff's wife. 562-653-0707. Tell us something you liked about the show and win this shit right here on Heavy T's Grow Show.
GFC Radio.
I need a beer.
Dollar, 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 that's what I need. Hey, hey. Said I need a dollar, 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 that's what I need. And if I share with you my story, would you share your dollar with me? Bad times are coming and I reap what I done sowed. Hey, hey. Well, let me tell you something, all that glitters ain't gold. Hey, hey. It's been a long old troublesome road. And I'm looking for somebody come and help me carry this
DFCRadio.com.
That was awesome.
You have one new message.
Ooh, from my lady.
I'm sorry, Don. I just can't do this anymore. I just can't compete with your True Blue and Real Red lamps from Grow Light. You spend more time in your garden with them than you do with me, so I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Wait, what? But oh boy. I know what'll change her mind. Poetry. She always loved poetry. All right, where's my paper? Okay, let's see. Roses are red, violets are blue. But not as blue as the True Blue metal halides from Grow Light. With their unique blue spectrum designed to mimic natural sunlight, you'll get better vegetative growth, which in turn produces better yields. No, that won't work. How about this? Your hair is on fire with the red of desire. But the Real Red high-pressure sodium bulbs from Grow Light are even redder. With the deepest red spectrum of any bulb on the market, your plants will respond by giving you all the sugar and densest flowers they possibly can. That isn't gonna work. Let's try one more. Our love is safe, you see. Safe as if up in a tree. But not as safe as you are from bulb failures when you use bulbs from Grow Light. They're the only open-rated bulbs on the market, so you know they're safe to use with wings, hoods without glass, or even just hanging free. You never have to worry about them blowing up and ruining your crop, unlike other things in life. Oh man, maybe she's right. Maybe I do love True Blue and Real Red bulbs from Grow Light more than I love her. What's that, Miss Real Red? I should forget about her, but I really liked her. Ooh, you are cheeky. The True Blue and Real Red bulbs from Grow Light. With the highest safety rating and best spectrums of any bulb on the market, your plants will love you for using them. Available at finer hydro stores or online at growlight, that's LITE.com. Coming to grips with measuring pH is a fundamental part of ensuring a successful crop. Of course, having the right nutrient mix is important, but without a slightly acidic pH level, plants won't receive optimal benefits from the nutrients supplied. Blue Lab has a range of pH measurement tools available to help both the commercial and small-scale growers. These include the Blue Lab Guardian Monitor, the Blue Lab Combo Meter, the Blue Lab pH Meter, the Blue Lab pH Pen, and the Blue Lab Soil pH Meter. For more information, visit us online at getbluelab.com.
You are listening to Heavy T's Grow Show on the DFZ Radio Network.
You want to see my smart pants? You think you got smart pots? You ain't got smart pots. I got smart pants. You just fill your pockets up with soil. You do vertical gardening on your legs, going green year-round, walking around the city, feeding people like a real man.
And now, a grow tip with Heavy T.
CO2 is an essential part of a healthy garden. Too little CO2, your plants will suffer and your overall yield will be way smaller than it should be. Too much CO2 and your plants will become toxic where the leaves turn, twist, and die off. Try using the GreenPad CO2 generator to raise your CO2 levels up without getting a toxic result. Check them out at greenpadco2.com to learn more, and remember to grow responsibly.
For more grow tips, go to dfzradio.com.
Practicing Kung Fu.
Oh, Daniel-san, you must know how to use CO2 in your garden.
How do we do it?
You go to greenpadco2.com to check out the GreenPad and GreenPad Junior.
Oh, yeah. Green Pad.
More CO2 will bring you peace and tranquility to your life and to your garden.
Captain, Green Pad.
Green Pad and Green Pad Junior.
Junior. Green
Is
Pad.
it right?
Go now.
You buy now or forever you will be sad.
Or forever suffer garden.
Oh, Confucius say, those who don't use Green Pad are stupid asshole.
Oh, stupid asshole.
Confucius say, more CO2 is better in your garden. Daniel-san.
Oh, Confucius always say 30-50% for humidity.
Oh, try Green Pad and Green Pad Junior at greenpadco2.com.
You're listening to DFZRadio.com.
You're never gonna be in my category of bitches. Adolf.
I don't-
You'll be farming at the valet spot.
Hey, we rode a little wrong.
Oh, hi, Billy. What can I help you with today?
Well, Tina, it's my plants. I've been trying to get them healthier by using foliar sprays, and I'm just not getting the improvements I was hoping.
I understand. Did you hear that?
Yeah, and it's getting louder.
It's Optic Foliar Guy.
That's right.
Crap, look what he did to my ceiling.
Have you heard of my Optic Foliar line of ready-to-use foliar sprays?
Gosh, I guess not.
Well, I guess it's about time you did. Start with Optic Foliar's Transport. It's a revolutionary delivery agent that helps get the ingredients in your sprays directly into the plant through the leaf surface. Unlike other sprays, it can be used with the lights on and without adjusting the pH.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
It sure is, Billy. Using Optic Foliar's watts, you can help your plants use the energy provided by sunlight or HID lights, leading to an exponential increase in growth, which produces bigger yields. And what's the easiest way to provide additional nutrition for plants using watts? Optic Foliar's Rev. Rev provides additional nutrients needed to maintain higher growth rates, resulting in greener, healthier plants.
Gee willikers, do you have anything to help correct deficiencies?
The new Optic Foliar Overgrow not only corrects deficiencies, but also provides increased performance. Overgrow prevents and combats problems that attack your leaves, ensuring you always get a healthy harvest.
Jiminy, it sounds like you have the solution to all my foliar needs.
That's right, Billy. When you use Transport with Watts, Rev, and Overgrow, you can expect improved health and increased yields. Better yields are only a spray away.
Thanks, Optic Foliar Guy.
Well, I'm off. There are more plants that need my help.
No, wait! Hey man, the door works, you know.
Optic Foliar. Transport, Rev, Watts, and now Overgrow. The complete foliar system that will dramatically improve your plant's health and harvest. For more information, go online to opticfoliar.com.
I learned from you guys so much. I keep downloading your shows onto my iPod and listen to them during the day at work. The journal and all that good stuff. You guys are awesome. Keep it up.
Hey, Heavy Maze here, down at the local hydro shop, talking with local growers on how to improve their garden.
Me? What's up?
Now, I've noticed you have a bottle in your hand. What is in that bottle?
This bottle's a PGR. I use it for height control because I'm in a tent.
You're using PGRs to control the height of your plants, but haven't you noticed that the quality of your plants goes down tremendously?
Oh, God, that's the worst part about it, you know, and I go to the farmer's market a lot, and I try to give them my fresh fruits and stuff, and they beat me down on the prices ever since I've used it.
Well, what if I told you right now there's a product today you can buy that brings back all of the lost essential oil production and quality, it recovers the natural look and flavor of your plants, and maintains flower size, but gets rid of excessive flower hardness.
What, dude? Now, slow down. You're telling me there's something out there that's going to bring all that back in one product. What is this product? Because I need it right now.
That's right. It's called Uber Recover. Uber Recover is a product to be used on your plants after excessive PGR treatment or stress. Check it out at ubergrower.com or ask for it at your local hydro shop.
Oh, I will.
Get to punishing it with Uber Grower and Uber Recover.
Heavy T loads us up every Wednesday night.
Listen up, tough guy. I got a bone to pick with some of yous. You punks out there walking around thinking you're all gangsta and such. You wouldn't know gangster if it knocked you upside the head with a cannoli. Yeah, I see you down at the hydro store with your hats all crooked and your pants falling down. A real gangster would buy a belt. Pull your pants up! But you know what really gets me? You go and buy these cheap hoods thinking you're gonna get the kind of yields that we do. Well, you know what? You're not. Because you aren't using the best hood on the market. You aren't using the OG hood from Growlight. Why the OG hood? Well, the name says it all. OG ain't original, gangsta. It's outrageously great. What makes this hood so great? Well, it starts with the fact that the bulb is hanging vertical, which means all the light from the bulb is getting to where it needs to go, to your plants. This thing's got 100% reflective interior. You're lucky if you get 80% from the hood you're using, not to mention the unique and patented concealed vacuum airflow technology. I'm not sure what that means, but I know that it helps keep the bulb cooler than the other hoods and uses less airflow to do it. Not to mention that you get 1,000 watt results from a 600 watt bulb. That'll save you money, and that, my friend, is truly gangsta. You want to stop looking like a punk and become a made man? Get the OG hood from Growlight. 100% reflective interior, concealed vacuum airflow technology. And then I mentioned that it comes in black? Get gangsta on you, God. Get the OG hood from Growlight. They're available from finer hydro shops or online at growlight.com. That's Lite. Get growing. And for God's sakes, pull your pants up.
You're listening to Heavy T's Grow Show, live on DFZRadio.com.
at the Mills booth, Indoor Gardening Expo, Maximum Yield 2013. I ran into Jack. Hey, how you doing, Jack?
I'm doing good. You know, we're over here at the Mills booth, and we're giving away samples, and everyone's happy. It's a great atmosphere, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
That's right.
That was Dr. Baumgartner. He used to work for Mills. And they started telling everyone amino acids repair DNA.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, I told him to repair DNA. You did what? You just fucking, yeah. Those hippies are so dumb. What are you using to clean the glasses? Or the toilet?
Man.
What? That one sponge. Nice and soft.
I was using my sock, boss.
You saw the sponge that Homeboy cleaned
Yeah.
the glasses and toilet with?
It's obviously a sponge that you buy at
Duff,
Target
run
to-
out and get that sponge real quick and show
to
it in the
clean
camera.
your,
All
right, hold on.
Run.
glasses.
Don't walk to your local sponge shop. Go on. Go get it. It's obvious, isn't it?
Yeah, easily. It is not anywhere near a toilet brush.
It's
a
obvious.
fucking sponge.
It's obvious to my 3.5-year-old. Okay, what was the question? A hashtag or something sweet?
What was a hashtag of Dr. Duff's? What was the thing I was complaining about specifically with the fucktard segment?
So
One of
there's a
those.
sponge. To anyone that cleans their toilet with that sponge, you have the wrong sponge, the wrong brush. Now go ahead and rub it all over Horty's mic.
No. Do not. Do not.
Don't
Do
do it.
not.
Don't do it, Duff. Don't do it. Just quickly touch Cali Breeze with it.
Yeah, rub it on his arm. Get knocked out.
Hold
Cali
on.
Breeze going to throw a gallon
Cali
of
Breeze
water
looks
on
all
him.
kind of serious. Why you all kinds of serious, Cali Breeze?
That hat's too tight.
I don't know what. There's something going on, isn't there?
Are you gonna revoke my hood pass if I did that?
We didn't even get the whole word on the street, did we?
Nope.
No, we did though. Actually, though, you feel me?
What's really happening on the street? Why you all
What's the
all
sadness
kind of
about?
somber?
You know what, man? Just you know, with the good comes the bad. You feel me?
What's the bad?
I mean, shit, man. I've taken L's. A few homies that passed. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
But you know, shit.
Should we pour
That's
some out right
part.
now?
That's part of life. It's all
Don't
good.
pour it in the studio.
Why not?
Well, you know what, dude? I feel for you. Family, friends, that's what we got. And too often, inner city youth pass away before their time. And it's something that people need to address. People need to give more
Breathing heavy.
credence. People need to give more credence to life over property.
Don't sweat the small shit.
You know, people are more worried about shit burning down than people being killed. And it's kind of ass backwards. And there's roots to everything, like, straight up. But, Breeze, what you feeling? Come on, dog. What you feeling? Who you want to give a shout out to, man? You know, speak their
I
name,
wanna-
tell them what's
hey,
up.
man. I want to just say, shout out to everybody who gathers at that one special place where we have the banners up in the middle of the city. That place we all love, the Staples Center. I want to thank all my Laker fans because we got the second pick.
Yeah.
For the draft.
Well, you know,
ruin him.
Look, you're trying to you're being silly. You don't want to get real. You don't want to show your feelings. But let me tell you this, man. Lost friends, lost family. Don't be scared to speak of them with reverence or on the real or whatever you want to call it. That's how you start losing those memories and stuff. To keep their spirits, their memories alive, you speak about them and you speak of them as much as possible and teach the younger generation.
Real talk,
You know, a lot of people won't speak to the younger generation because they don't want to address the concept of death. And everything dies. All living things die, including all of us. And it's the skeleton in the closet that no one wants to acknowledge. Everyone thinks that they're infallible or immortal or whatever until the shit hits home. And then when it does, people don't know how to react. The best thing that you could do, in my opinion, because, you know, I'm not an expert on anything, but this is what I try and do, is make sure that it's not just swept under the rug. You speak of them, the good times, the bad times, the times that made you laugh, the times that made you cry, and those are the people that affected your life. And if you don't speak of it, those parts of your life wither and fade away. So, you know.
I agree, man, 100%. And I'm a living testimony, you feel me, of that. And all my friends and my family know what time it is when it comes to the breeze. You feel me? I endure everything for me and them. You feel me? At all times. So if I'm a little silent, you feel me, it's just because I'm thinking, and I'm just trying to keep it right, keep it tight for all of us. And I'm still Teflon. I'm still a Teflon Don. Straight up.
Teflon. There you go, brother.
That was
pick a number.
Fascinating.
Pick a number, Breeze.
Shit, man. 187.
All right, we'll go to line 2 then. It's close to 2. I guess 1.87 is closer to 2 than 1.
Yep.
That's right.
We got J-Dub from Kent, Ohio, Kentucky.
What's up?
J-Dub.
What was the charge that they gave me?
What was the charge that they gave you?
Yeah, totally. Case.
Okay, you've been murdering your girlfriend, otherwise known as your cousin. Anyways, J-Dub. Outside of your clan meetings, what's growing on?
Oh, man. Membership.
Oh, that's not even right. You guys talk that stuff about everybody from Kentucky.
I didn't talk anything.
No, we never said nothing about Kentucky.
The only person from Kentucky I know is you.
Yeah, we love Kentucky.
What's going on, Heavy T?
It's all good, man. You know you're one of my favorite listeners and participants. So, it's been a while since you've called in, or at least since you've won a big prize. So you're eligible. I think it's, 3 months between grand prizes. The last time you won, I think, was deep 2014. So you have an opportunity to win tonight. What was one of the hashtags Dr. Duff gave out tonight?
Just one.
Or what was my fucktard segment about?
I loved Horty's fucktard segment that said, "Don't friend me on Facebook," and then blast me out with your 20% off wannabe band sunglasses.
That's right, player.
That's right.
I got those band
J-Dub
sunglasses
secretly
on.
told me while he was on hold, his biggest dislike was all of the black people that friend him on Facebook.
That's fucked up.
Just kidding, J-Dub. J-Dub, you are the man from Kentucky. You got hooked up with a truncheon meter, a pH pin. You got hooked up with some green pads, a granddaddy pad. That's a big-ass pad that makes CO2 rain down on your face each and every day. They'll send you a light bulb. Which wattage?
600.
A 600-watt real red high-pressure sodium, some Turpinator, some Rhizoblast. Was that everything that I said I was going to give out?
Yeah.
Smart Pots, did I say that?
Yes, my box.
Green Pad?
Yes.
Blue Rab.
Love me some Smart Pots.
Horty Chris, give me a soundbite.
Every Wednesday night from 6 to 10 Pacific Standard Time, who's hooking you up with the freshest grow knowledge and the dopest grow gear?
It's the Heavy T Grow Show, baby.
Yes, sir.
That is right. AJ Dub, I appreciate you calling in and participating and your love for diversity. Stay well.
Love you, fellas.
All right, brother. Talk to my screener. Aaron from Newport, Jesse from Norwalk, everyone else, you're going to get a limited edition DFC radio shirt. It might be one of the new Bear 30 shirts or one of the Grow Big or Go Homeless shirts. So make sure you get their info, please. Screener guy. For Helene from Smart Pots, Horty Chris doing his thing, Dr. Duff not doing anything, Super Bill, Cali Breeze. Cali Breeze.
Yo.
Come on, dog. You're here. You're queer. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good, heavy tits.
Fuck you. These tits are organic. They were grown organically. No GMO modified chicken from Wendy's and these bitches.
Non-GMO.
That's right.
Fresh.
Shit. I saw your girlfriend on the Popeyes commercial.
Come on.
Love my chicken for Popeyes.
My girl eats fresh.
Yes. Eats fresh out your booty hole. Anyways. It's now time for the recap with the artist formerly known.
Peace.
GLTV.
What's up?
What it is?
Hey, you know what it is? Your boy S to the T.
It's your boy Caliente Breeze.
And this is the recap.
Yeah, man. We had an awesome show today, right?
Definitely, man. Shout out to Helene for Smart Pots.
Smart Pots.
Hey, man, they got some dope fabric containers. I wouldn't garden and anything else but those.
It's safe to say that they are the best pots in the game.
That's right. And they got sizes from 2-gallon transports, the transplanters, all the way to 100 gallons. You name it, they'll do it.
Man, you can put your house in a smart pot, right?
Exactly. You might as well just grow a house.
It's real in the field, man. We had a lot of great callers, you feel me? People from all over. Boston, Texas.
We had Kentucky in the building. Shout out to John for getting that grand prize.
What you say? Man, we had a lot of people asking questions about, you know what I'm saying, how to just keep their garden, man, right with the temperature, especially like out in Florida.
Definitely, especially with the humidity and everything. Make sure everything's nice and air cooled. If not, get your dehumidifier, your AC going, and you won't have no issues like that.
Get it right, get it tight.
Seems like everyone's getting ready for this grow season.
Man, we're getting ready, man. You feel me? Locked and loaded.
I think the light depth is a new fad that's going around. You know, we use the sun and you cover it up with the top, and you can flower whenever you want after a couple of months of vegging. And get a couple harvests out of the summer instead of just waiting till the end and pulling off at the end. You could probably get 2 or 3 out of there.
Don't sleep on the movement.
Keep moving.
Hey, man, we had a lot of great sponsors, man. I can't just say it enough, man. Our show would not be what it is without all these awesome sponsors.
That's right.
And they're awesome products, you feel me?
Yeah, shout out to Gen Hydro.
What you say?
Mission Fertilizer.
Come on.
Uber.
Yeah.
Botanicare.
Come on.
Green Pads.
Yeah.
The list goes on and on. Blue
man,
Lab.
GH, man, you feel me? That Terpinator.
Optic Foliar.
Grow Light.
Man, this
and if we missed you feel me? Hey, don't charge it to our hearts, man. You already know what it is, boy. It's your boy Caliente Breeze. Hey, you already know. Hey, shout out to Amber Rose, man. She just dropped a new movie called Sister Code.
Is it out in the theaters now?
Yeah, man. You ain't doing nothing, and you're thinking about surprising your girl with a nice movie, maybe a nice little dinner date. Go check out the Sister Code. You feel me?
That's right. And if you're in Hollywood this weekend, make sure you check out Get Loaded TV. We will be covering Hollywood like we do every week.
Yes, sir. Tomorrow night we will be at the Rain Club, making it rain. Grand opening, you feel me? So don't miss that. Straight up, man. And then go ahead and check us out on Periscope too, man. If you wanted to see some of the behind the scenes during the breaks, we got them for you. And any past shows, where can they check out the show at?
Make sure you go to the website, dfzradio.com.
That's dfzradio.com for your mom.
Make sure you check out that website. You can find past shows. You can find the audio or the video so you can watch or listen. Also, make sure you download the app, DFZ Radio, available on your Play Store or your iTunes. And also check them out on Instagram. You could follow shipping, DFZ Radio _shipping. Or you can follow some of the sponsors too. Make sure you hit them up on Instagram and show them some love.
Just like that, man. Love in the club, man. Hey, we had an awesome show. Shout out to everybody that made it possible, all the callers. Hey, Saint, you know what time it is, man. Shit, other than that, we out.